couple here. I'm just going to keep with it. Do a third one. There is some unspeakable evil in this world. And we do our best to guard our most precious ones, our little ones, from it. But as we get older, it's a reality that is just, it cannot escape our attention for very long as we grow up. Evil. And the other day, I experienced a person who I honestly believe had no conscience. That everybody was just a tool, something to get what they wanted. And there was really nothing. This person functionally had no conscience. They had no heart. And I had theoretically believed that was possible as a Christian, but I hadn't really embraced it. I hadn't really looked at it. I hadn't really seen it. And it shocked me. It horrified me, because most of us, frankly, we give credit to our fellow human beings that they're like us, that they have a heart, they have compassion, they have feelings, they have a sense of what's right and wrong and noble and good. And this person had no heart. And the horror of it impacted me deeply. In fact, it shook me up for the realization of it. It was a heart realization, a deeper realization. Just horrified me and left me, frankly, a bit ill for a while. I was just so beside myself and so deeply disturbed by it. And I think many of us are greatly disturbed by evil. We don't like to think about evil. We don't like to witness evil for the most part. I mean, Hiroshima and where 7 million Jews perished. And, things like, terrible, horrible wars and horrible famine and pestilence and misery. And war is such an evil, evil thing when you began to translate it into lost moms and dads and small children witness horrific things. And when you think about rape, and it is just, the human heart cannot take it in. And frankly, I don't think we were designed to take it in. I think, okay, I'm getting rather personal now, but I believe we were made and wired for love. And evil is not, we were not meant to see, witness, or internalize evil. So what do I do? Well, as a Christian, I have some perspective on that, but I want to talk as just a human being, not with any particular conviction. But evil is a huge problem because it goes so cross-grained to who we are. I believe, most of us anyway. And here's the thing, to me, this is hard to put in words, but evil is not the absence of goodness only, whatever goodness is. This is probably a poor statement. But evil is ultimately very, very personal. In other words, random physicality, inert objects of the universe is just that. It's just moving particles. Does not explain evil. Evil is it's somehow or another, it's very personal. There are roaming, now I'm really really sound like I'm, what's the word, superstitious. But I really believe it. There is evil that is unfathomable in our world, that is roaming about doing destructive and horrible things to us peace-loving, goodwill, compassionate people who care for our children and our wives and our neighbors. There is a dreadful evil about us. And sometimes there's a dreadful evil even within us that overtakes us. I mean, it's just downright scary. So why am I saying all this? If evil is personal, I don't think there's a good intellectual way of framing evil except to make it personal. Then it makes sense to me that there has to be goodness. And the goodness is personal. And on just a normal human level, we all believe that. It shouldn't really need talking about. But, I don't know, pure atheism, where we have a closed universe that's just physicality, and where everything's explained ultimately by randomness. I don't know if intellectually anyway, it really has a place for evil. I think, I don't know. This is starting to get into philosophical, theoretical kind of talk, but for me, evil is personal. And so it's hard for me to get my mind around the idea that goodness is not also personal and in a transcendent way. It just seems to me a very logical jump from my personal experience to think those kinds of ways. And I guess if knowing that there's evil, if there was no ultimate good, if there was no ultimate personal being, I would have nothing but fear. I would be a child left in a lonely, heartless, cold universe, ready to be raped and stolen from and pillaged at any random moment. I don't think I'd feel any relational safety. I would live in fear and torment. And I think right now I have fellow human beings, even people close to me, that probably think more that way than the childlike, trusting, safe way. I'm not going to comment anymore on that. I just put it out there for reflection. May the Lord have mercy on all of us and give us peace.